How y'all doing? You know what? I forgot more things. I'm forgetful. Okay. Now I'm ready. Jeez. She doesn't know how to prepare for anything. Okay. Now I'm ready. Okay. Hey, y'all. So I was trying to think, I was like, what do I want to do for the item for this video? And I was going to do the affirmation cards that we've been doing, but I wanted to switch it up. I don't really want to do that anymore. For the new year, you know, it's new year, like we need some new energy. So I'm working on an oil painting right now, and I thought that a color would be nice to do as the as the pile selection. And I bought these dice like a year ago, and I've never used them, not once. So I want to incorporate these in my readings as well. So I'm thinking I'm gonna roll, and then that'll kind of be the overall energy for the pile. So yeah, let me know if you vibe with that. But anyway, so this is how do they feel about you? That's really all we be doing on this channel right now. Like, if I post another video in a month, like if I post 2 videos in a month, then if I have the time, but I don't know, I'm kind of vibing with like 1 video a month. I kind of like that. So I don't know. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. I'm open to suggestions. I'm open to comments, questions, and concerns. This is how do they feel about you? We have 3 palettes here today. We have phthalo blue, cobalt violet hue, and sap green. So go ahead and pick your pile and we will get started. If you chose pile 1, this is your reading. You guys chose phthalo blue. I'm pretty sure that's how you say it. Phthalo? I'm pretty sure. Listen, I'm listening to Bob Ross. I listen to Bob Ross. So if he says phthalo blue, then I say phthalo blue. I'm not really a numerology girl, so I'm going to interpret these as like the houses and those energies. But if you are a numerology person, then kind of take that how it's going to resonate for you. So cool. So it's Saturn, Aquarius, and 2. What is 2? 2 is Taurus. 2 is Taurian energy. Okay. And then I'm going to pull one of these as kind of your overall energy as well. Saturn has this energy of like slowing things down, right? And Aquarius also is like, all this together is giving very stubborn, almost kind of stuck, right? Because Taurus energy is very stubborn, very like headstrong. They don't really... they're not keen on like changing their opinions on anything. Same with Aquarius. They're very like open-minded, very free thinking, but they can get kind of in their ways, and they don't really branch out of that. Okay. Oh, great. Piscean energy is mutable energy. This is very mutable, and this is very fixed energy. This is super fixed energy. Well, Capricorn is cardinal, but either way, this feels very fixed. This feels very stubborn, very headstrong, very like my way or the fucking highway, right? Whereas Piscean energy is very like kind of go with the flow, very like very creative, very like spiritual. So interesting. There's a little bit of contrast here between the two these kind of 2 layers of energy. You may have prominent Saturn in your chart, so maybe prominent Capricorn, Aquarius, or possibly Taurus as well, or your 2nd house could be very prominent. You could have like a stellium in your 2nd house. For my astrology girlies. Yeah, they feel positively about you, but again, there's kind of this power struggle. So there's like this like somebody here could have like a Pisces rising or a Pisces sun, where that kind of outside energy is very like Piscean, but underneath is very like stubborn, very headstrong, very like I'm kind of set in my ways, and you can either jump on board with my ways or you can hit the road, right? Like it's like they feel a little bit unfixed and unmoving. I don't even know if unfixed is a word. They feel fixed. They feel fixed and unmoving. But then at the same time, there's this energy of like being Piscean, being open-minded, being compassionate and intuitive and healing and, you know, dreamy, right? Like they have that ability. I think it's just kind of like, I think it's just like their ego and their stubbornness that kind of gets in their way, because I think they do really like you. They really appreciate you. Like they really have like, this like Piscean kind of overarching energy for you, I think it's like they just kind of get like ego-y, you know, they get ego-y and stubborn, because I think they are anticipating something, right? Especially like with the support card here. They're anticipating something, right? Something. Yeah, it's almost kind of like because Piscean energy is like very like kind of up in the clouds, kind of like dreamy, idealistic. So it's kind of like they're anticipating this like idealized version of something. It might not actually be what it is, but they're anticipating something. And I'm not really getting a pickup on whether or not that's good or bad. It's kind of like they're just anticipating something, right? They're anticipating like, because it feels like this kind of thing is like is somewhat inevitable, you know? And again, I'm not really getting a pickup on whether or not this is good or bad. It might not be either. It's just kind of, I'm anticipating that. I'm anticipating something in regards to money, something that I think they are very passionate about. There's a lot of passion here. There's a lot of like fixed energy, because this energy is also like a very like stuck on you kind of energy. It's an energy that like really doesn't like once they kind of get fixated on something, they stay fixated on that. Like they don't really move from that, right? Like especially like, you know, if you're asking about a person, then I think they are kind of like prepared to kind of be stuck to you in a way, like a hyperfixation kind of thing, where it's like, because like Taurus, Aquarius, like like that energy is actually, Taurus and Capricorn are money energies, and we do have the abundance card here along with support. So there could be some kind of support that you're needing, or like support, right? Like some kind of support, but it is something that they're very passionate about, you know? I think it's just like, there's something kind of like, just with Saturn here, because Saturn, you know, typically in a birth chart is kind of malefic. It can kind of be like a detriment, like not like a detriment, but like something you kind of have to like overcome and be aware of in a birth chart. And so with Saturn's energy here, it feels like there's something that like they're almost a little bit resistant to. Like it's almost like they're a little bit resistant to this energy. I don't think that's going to stop them, right? Because it does feel like they are moving forward. I think they're just kind of like aware of this, right? Like I'm aware that I am going to have to support you. I'm aware that like I'm anticipating this. I'm aware that they have this like kind of like very dreamy kind of idealistic version of what this is gonna be. And again, that can like be good or bad. I'm really not sure. We don't have like that much context yet, but we'll find out, hopefully. It doesn't really feel bad yet though, is what I'll say. Yeah, they do feel really open to it though, honestly. They feel very open to it, and they feel very like it feels financial, honestly, but they do have this like watery kind of undertone, I guess, where it, because with Pisces, and we have the pond here, and then she's actually like sitting in water in this photo. Yeah. I was looking for more water. So, I mean, blue was water. So, if you were like looking for confirmations of something. But they do have this like kind of watery kind of, like, what is like the word that I'm like looking for? Like dreamy, I guess. I guess the word is dreamy that I'm kind of thinking of, because it's like delusion, but like positive. It's like delusion, but like not like in a bad way, right? It's this feeling of like, I have this like version of like what this is going to be. I have this like idea, this ideal of what this is going to be in my head, and I want it to be that, right? I want it to be this like version that I have in my head, and it might be that they might have the correct version. We're not really like, I'm not getting a pickup on whether or not like they're delusional, but shut the fuck up. Like, are you kidding? And then Cancer's the back of deck. Are you shitting me? This is why I do a live shuffle. This is exactly why I do a live shuffle. Scorpio, water energy, bitch. Scorpio, water energy, and Taurus, because we have Taurus's energy. So hang on, like, can I have one card, please? Okay, thank you. Sun. Yeah. I'll keep that there. Yeah, I'll keep that there. I want to make sure that we have enough room for everything because we have a couple more cards that we're going to do. Okay. We have some air energy now. More mutable, though. This is very, like, mutable and fixed energy. So you or this person could have a lot of mutable or fixed energies. So, like, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo, Pisces, Gemini, Sagittarius, Virgo. I feel like there's one more fixed sign that I'm missing. I don't know. If you know, you know. But yeah. So, and I think they do kind of want to communicate with you about that, you know. Oh, and we have the spirituality card. I missed that. How did I not see that? When did that fall? They are like a very like spiritual person. I feel like they're a very spiritual person, and they do, I think, feel really positively about this. I think it's just like there's some kind of like ego thing that's holding them back, or it could even be like a money thing, but it doesn't really feel like that's the problem. I think it involves money. I think this is like a money centered kind of thing, but I don't think money is the hesitation. It might be, but I just don't really feel like it is. Right? Yeah, you see them. Okay. Can you even see the ones that are up here? Yeah, you kind of can. Okay, let me do that. And then, okay, my bad. I thought you could see them the whole time, but turns out you couldn't. There's definitely some kind of communication that, like I want to talk about this with you. I want to communicate this with you. And they have this energy of like this hedonistic energy with the with like Taurus's energy here. Taurus and Pisces kind of have like addict energy. So, and that could even be like the money thing here, you know. But then we have this femme fatale energy, which is interesting. That could be maybe what's holding them back, because it's really the only like negative or like less than positive energy that we kind of have on the board, because no energy is negative energy really, but some energies can veer a bit more I don't know, toxic, or like, you know, something we have to heal, something we have to learn, and something we have to heal, and, you know, whatever. But maybe this is like something that is holding them back, right? Or maybe they're kind of just like sitting in this energy. They're kind of sitting in this energy of like, you know, I need to be this femme fatale to kind of get what I want. I need to kind of sit in this femme fatale energy to attract this or get this. Okay. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, we'll take that one. Jesus. All of my cards just like started flopping everywhere. Like, all right, shit. I get it. Damn. Let's do this. Okay. Yeah, it is something that like I think is kind of like not like provoking them, but it's provoking like deep thought for them. I think it's kind of provoking this feeling of like, well, what am I like afraid of? Like, what can I kind of overcome in order to, you know, move towards this? Because I think regardless, they are moving towards this, right? Again, this is kind of inevitable, right? It has this feeling of inevitability, but it's like, well, what can I do? What can I heal? What is this triggering for me, right? This person is in a very contemplative state where it's like, what is triggering me? Like, again, I feel communicating, right? So I think they are like kind of getting ready to communicate with you. I'm getting ready to kind of talk to you about this and discuss this and really dig deep into kind of like why I feel this way, and like why, you know, what is like this trigger for me, like what is causing me to be a little bit hesitant, right? They feel very because we have so much water here, like so much water energy is showing up, and we have a lot like communication energy here as well. I feel like this person is pretty good at communicating their emotions. I feel like they are a pretty emotionally intelligent person, if I'm being honest with you. Their energy feels pretty pretty good. Their energy feels pretty you know. I do like this energy. They're giving pretty good vibes. Um, but oh, let me do these. That's what I'm forgetting to do. Yeah, it is this feeling of like, because I think in their heart they kind of know that this is part of their destiny, right? Again, that feeling of inevitability. So I feel like this person knows that this is going to happen. Like, I am just gravitating towards this kind of regardless, right? Like, regardless of what I do, this is out of my control and it's inevitable. Whether or not it is in their control, it's kind of like, well, whether or not I'm scared, I'm going to do this anyway. Whether or not I get over this fear, this is going to happen anyway. So there's this feeling of it being part of their destiny, right? And I think they are aware of that, and they are very, like, part of them is very excited about that, but I think there's also this part of them that's like kind of hiding away, kind of like shirking away from this, because I think they are afraid and they are like hesitant. I won't say afraid necessarily, but I think they're very hesitant. And actually, I want to rephrase this question because we already kind of know how they feel. What I want to know is like kind of what their next action is going to be. So let me slide that back in the motherfucking deck. And I would really like to know what their next action is going to be. What can we expect to see from this person? Because it does feel like they're getting ready to talk to you, right? Like, I'm anticipating this event coming. I know this is coming, and I want to talk to you about that. I want to discuss, you know, kind of what my plan is, and, you know, my plans for the future, and how you kind of are involved in that. Because this can be something that you guys are doing together, or it can be a personal thing. I'm really not sure, but it's something that this person is kind of anticipating. And I think they are kind of like, you know, getting ready to discuss that with you. So what is their like next action? What can we expect to see from this person coming up? Oh, great. Awesome. I think they're a pretty busy person, honestly. I think they do have like, you know, some things going on. That being said, I think they are making time for you, you know, with the sun here. It's like the sun, like, you know, this is something that's positive. This is something that's coming, regardless of, you know, what our actions are. This is something that is a little bit out of our control. So I want to talk to you about that. You know, I want to talk to you about, oh, we have the sun energy here. The sun's energy here twice. So I want to talk to you about this. And again, I think they see this as something very positive. I see that this is something that is very positive, right? I think that it's something, you know, that is worthwhile. I think they see it as worthwhile. They see it as very positive. I want to talk to you about this. So I think their next action is, again, a little slow moving with like Saturn's energy here, like stubborn kind of energy. It's like it's slow moving. I don't want to rush this. I have a lot going on, you know, with the money thing, and or if it's just work or whatever it is, or if they're just someone who likes to take their time, especially if they have like, you know, Taurian kind of Capricornian Saturn kind of energy. That's an energy. Saturn's energy is very slow moving. So this is a situation that could have been really slow moving that is kind of just now starting to manifest, and they kind of want to talk to you about that. And they definitely are going to talk to you about that, but it's like, I want to talk to you about this, because it's a really positive thing, you know, it's a really positive thing. And, it's a positive thing, you know, it's a really positive thing, and I'm seeing it as positive, and I want to tell you about this. I want to express this to you. It's something I really am very passionate about, you know. And I'm kind of starting to, you know, dream about this thing. I'm starting to idealize this thing. I'm starting to create, you know, this whole little world in my head. You know, I'm starting to imagine what this thing is going to be like. And I want to talk to you. You know, I want to talk to you about this thing that, you know, I or we or whoever is manifesting. So their next action towards you is, they are a little busy. You know, they are pretty busy. And I think this is something that's going to keep them busy. You know, I think whether this is a financial thing, or if it just involves money, or if it's just kind of an expensive thing, or whatever it is, I think this does involve money in some kind of way. And so this, you know, this is something that, I'm going to be pretty busy with, you know, I'm going to be busy with this. It's a very positive thing. So, you know, this is something that's making me really happy. And, it is a very spiritual thing, you know, with Pisces energy here, and spirit has your back and spirituality. And it's something that it does have this like subtly spiritual undertone, as well as a subtly financial undertone. But it's very positive, you know, it's like, this is very positive. I'm seeing this is very positive, and I want to tell you about this because like I am very excited, you know. I think they think about this thing and it's like they get like excited and happy, and I think they want to share that with you, you know. I want to, because I'm anticipating this, you know, like, you know, again, like this is something that's going to happen. This is something that's coming whether we want it to or not. So I want to make the most of it, and I want to share that with you, and I want to share this part of my journey with you. So that's what I have for you, pile one. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Okay. If you chose pile 2, this is your reading. You guys chose Cobalt Violet Hue. And this... Okay. These are going to be kind of like the overall energies of your reading. So... Oh, we have 1 and Aries, which is funny because 1 is the first house, which is represented by Aries. So we have 1 Aries, and did pile... That's actually funny. Pile 1 got 2, and now pile 2 has 1, which is funny. And then this is the North Node, I believe, right? Yeah, no, maybe I'm wrong. Might be the South Node. Hang on. It's the North Node. Yeah, it's the North Node. Okay. Which is like destiny, right? It's the energy of like destiny. It's the it's kind of the energy of inevitability, which was kind of pile 1's energy. A lot of fire energy here. Fire energy, the self, because the first house it's Aries energy, so it's the self, it's the ego, it's identity. And the North Node again is like inevitability, you know. I love getting reconciliation, unless it's like not good. For me, it's usually good, but maybe for you, it's not good. Maybe you don't want to reconcile with this person. But for me, I usually see it as a positive thing. There's kind of this feeling of this person being like in and out, you know? And that might not be like they like travel across the country and you don't see them for 6 months and then they come back. It might be that, but it doesn't have to be that. It's more like this feeling of, you know, we take breaks, and, you know, I communicate with you and I see you and then we reconcile and then I go do my thing and then you go, because fire energy has that way about them where it's just like, I have stuff that I do and I go and do those things and then I come back and then I go and do those things and I come back, you know. And it has this feeling of like, not inconsistent. I don't think that they're an inconsistent person for you, but I do feel like just with Sagittarius and Aries and, you know, this delicate fleeting beauty energy, I feel like they are just looking for their North Node. You know, I'm someone who is I'm just looking for my purpose. I'm looking for my North Node. I'm looking for my destiny. And I do stuff. I go do stuff. And, you know, when I'm doing those things, I'm in communication with you and then I come see you and then we reconcile, you know. This person has kind of a different vibe than pile 1. Pile 1's vibe was a bit more stable, a bit more earthy, whereas this energy is very fire. Very fire energy. I wouldn't be surprised if this person has fire in their chart. You or this person could have prominent Sagittarius, Aries, or a prominent first house. You could have a stellium in the first house. So like more than one planet in the first house. There is a tremendous amount of growth here though. They are just growing, you know. They are growing. They are, again, they're like looking for their kind of North Node, you know. They're looking for their purpose. They're looking for their purpose in life. Because there's kind of this feeling of like, well, I don't really know what my purpose is. Like, I don't know. With that identity, you know, identity, sense of self. That's Aries energy is I am. It's I am energy. So there's this kind of this feeling of like, I don't know really who I am. I don't have like a personality really. I mean, maybe they do. Like, I'm not saying they're a personality-less creature, but I think they are just looking for themselves. I'm looking for who I am. I'm looking for my purpose in life. I'm looking for spirituality. I'm looking for God. I'm looking for whatever I'm looking for. I'm just looking for stuff. And, you know, I'm looking for it, and I want to reconcile with you, you know, and I went and I looked for my purpose, and now we're coming back together, right? Um and I think they are someone who, they could be kind of a spiritual person, you know, just because we have magic and energy here now, so that gives kind of like magic or like energy work or something similar. So they could utilize that in their day to day. But there's just kind of this feeling of like, and again, this doesn't have to be like, you know, traveling across the country. It could just be as simple as like, you know, yesterday I went to the library and I checked out some books, and we were not, you know, together with each other for like a couple of hours, but now we're back eating dinner together. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't have to be that serious. Oh my God. Jesus. There is kind of like, just because the boar fell and then the eel fell and then like, it does kind of feel like maybe this person involves themselves with some people who aren't super great influences, you know? It feels more like friend kind of vibes, you know? It feels like this person has friends who like peer pressure them, or like are into like really risky behavior. Or I don't know why I'm getting fucking parkour. I don't know why I'm getting that. But I think this person just, you know, because they're like a little naive, you know, Aries energy is naive, Sagittarius energy can be kind of naive. So I think this person kind of gets themselves involved with people who maybe aren't amazing influences on them, maybe characters who don't have their best interests in the front of their mind, you know? This energy feels kind of childlike. But it could just be that maybe they're a little immature, you know? Because fire energy can kind of feel that way, where it's like, I it can be a little immature, you know? Yeah, it just feels like they're searching, you know? I'm searching for my purpose. I'm just looking for my purpose in life. I don't really know what my purpose is. I don't really know why I'm here. I don't know, you know, what I want to do with my life. And that's kind of why they feel a little bit more childlike. They kind of feel like, you know, they're kind of just figuring out what life is all about, you know? This is very like coming of age kind of vibes. Maybe they saw something that didn't sit well with them. You know, they saw something that didn't that kind of forced them to like take action and, you know, go search for their identity and search for, you know, like themselves, you know? Like, this is really the vibe of, I don't know who I am and I want to figure out who I am, and in order to do that I need to have like life experience. I need to like go like read books and, you know, watch videos and surround myself with more knowledge about this thing, because I don't I don't know anything about it, you know? I think maybe they saw something, you know, they saw something that kind of like disrupted their vibe, like disrupted their like almost like sheltered kind of way of thinking about this, and it caused them to go out and, you know, read the books and watch the videos and gain the knowledge about whatever this is. Yeah, I think this person is very, they are either a child or they have like a very young spirit. They have a very childlike energy. And this is something that I think they just don't really know anything about. I don't know anything about this. I don't know anything about this, right? And I want to know more. I want to know more about this. Hello? Hello? What the fuck? Hello? um, okay. 'Cause, like, I don't know. I don't know anything about this. 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 I don't know anything about this I'm gonna put these back in and see if they fall again, but I want everyone to know that that happened. I want it caught on camera that Oh my god. All right, I'll keep it. Don't really have much of a choice. Maybe, again, because this person does have kind of like a childlike spirit, you know, they have like this childlike energy. So it's like, I don't have any identity. I don't have any identity. I don't have any, and they're kind of like figuring out who they are. You know, I'm figuring out who I am. I'm figuring out kind of what my purpose is. And um, and this is like, this is how they feel about you. So this could be how you feel about yourself, you know? Um, so if that's how this is, then take it that way. Um, but I think this person, they might be a healer. They could be a healer just because we have the healer card, the mother. So they could be someone who will kind of come into this like mother kind of healer, like pure kind of energy. And I think they are someone who does kind of, they do kind of feel more spiritual. You know, they feel like a spiritual person. They feel like someone who, utilizes like energy in their daily life, right? It just feels like they're kind of like learning about this, you know? Like I am learning about this thing, and so I'm going to go off. You know, I'm going to read the books, I'm going to talk to the people, I'm going to learn what I need to learn. And they are like a kind of a more fiery energy. You know, they do have like a very like fiery like kind of punchy kind of youthful spirit. And I think they just don't really know anything. Like I just don't know anything about this. I don't know anything about who I am, about what this is. I don't know anything about it, and I want to know more about it. I want to learn about it. And so I'm gonna like go for a little bit. Like I'm gonna go learn about this, and then when I have absorbed all of the knowledge, we'll come back and we'll reconcile, and we'll be great. But I need to focus on this. Like I need to focus on this. I need to really like figure out who I am. I need to figure out who I am. I need to figure out my purpose. I need to figure out like what this is. Like I need to know more about it. I need to know. I need knowledge. A Sagittarius energy is knowledge energy. I need to find my purpose. And again, I'm feeling like this is your energy. But if this is not your energy and this is someone else, then I think the way that they feel about you is kind of like, I need to learn about this. I am kind of moving in this direction of growth and energy and stability, and you know, I'm moving towards knowledge, and I want to tell you that I am moving towards knowledge of whatever this is. You know, this is something completely new to me. I have no experience in this whatsoever. So I need to know more about it. I need to know what I'm getting myself into. I need to learn more about myself. And I think in this experience, you know, whether it is motherhood or whether it is getting into this healing thing or, you know, whatever it is, learning, whatever, like, I think they are learning about themselves. You know, I am going to learn about me through whatever this experience is. That being said, I want to know kind of what their next move is. Like, what's kind of their next actions? What can we kind of expect to see from this person going forward? Yeah, like I just want to learn. That's really all that this person wants, or you know, if this is you, whatever. Like, I just want to learn. Their next actions feel. Their next action almost feels a little bit like romantic. It feels romantic. It feels kind of like sweet. We have a lot of court cards. Remember how I, like, in the beginning too, I said like this energy of like they kind of maybe they don't intentionally surround themselves with people who aren't good for them, but I think there are just some people around them who aren't really good for like their mental or their physical, or they're just people that aren't really good for them. I want like more. We have nothing but court cards over here for their next action, so I want to know like what their next action is. It's a very like romantic kind of energy. Like I want to learn about this. I want to learn about this. I want to learn about you. I want to learn I just want to learn, you know, I want to work on this. I want to stabilize this. I want to grow in this area of my life, right? But then there's this feeling of like sweetness, you know, this like watery. Oh, pile one had a water energy, like a distinct water energy. The King of Cups and the Knight of Cups, that's like romantic, right? It's a romantic energy, it's sweet energy, it's emotional energy, you know, especially because it's kind of showing up almost a little bit masculine here. So maybe this person is a masculine energy, or they kind of are like leaning on a masculine energy. Maybe you're a masculine energy and they're kind of, you know, leaning on you and communicating with you about this thing, or they have a masculine energy who is like teaching them, or like whatever, you know. I think really what their vibe is I want to, you know, read the books. I want to talk to the people. I want to surround myself with experiences that, you know, maybe they, you know, they're looking into being a healer. They're looking into, you know, children, or working with kids, or being a mother, or, you know, whatever. Like, they're looking for their purpose, whatever their purpose is, whatever they think that is. They're kind of looking towards people who are already those things, so that way they can kind of learn more. But with that vibe earlier that I got of kind of that, like, the people around them are maybe not super amazing for their learning, you know. And now we have like some court cards, so it's very possible that, you know, they're looking towards people who like aren't amazing influences, but they're learning, right? They're trying, they're learning, and they're gonna figure it out. They're definitely gonna kind of find their way here. But at least towards you, right? If this is you at you, then then, you know, then I think you're gonna learn. I think you're gonna learn. I think you're gonna be okay. I think, you know, you are spending a lot of time with yourself. I think you're spending a lot of time like figuring out who you are and your identity, and all of those kinds of things. And I would maybe just be mindful of the people that you're talking to. I would be mindful of the people that you are looking to for advice. Not really people that you're talking to, but just people that you're looking to for advice, right? And if this is someone who feels this way about you, I think, you know, I want to talk to you about the things that I've learned. I want to talk to you about this leap of faith. I want to talk to you about, you know, what I think my life's purpose is, and all of, you know, my identity and who I am, and, you know, this thing that I'm trying to get into, and this thing that I'm trying to learn more about. And I want to talk to you about that. And they feel pretty excited, you know. They feel like they have like this kind of whimsy to them, you know. They feel like kind of like an innocent, kind of like pure spirit. I don't think this person has any like bad intentions or anything. I think this person is kind of just like, just learning. I'm just learning, and I'm just figuring things out. And maybe they could have seen something. Maybe they saw something that kind of sparked all of this, and now they are like kind of on a mission, and I'm kind of on a mission to like learn more about this. They really are like trying to come into this like healer kind of helper, healer kind of motherly kind of energy. And I think their next action is telling you about that. I'm telling you about that, and I'm telling you about, you know, the stabilizing that I'm doing, and, you know, maybe who I've talked to, and you know, like they're kind of like, they're just very excited. They're just very, very excited to learn, and very excited to grow, and very excited to kind of progress this. And I really want to tell you about that. They really want to tell you about that. So thank you. That's what I have for you, pile 2. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. If you chose pile 3, this is your reading. You guys chose sap green. And this is these are going to be kind of like your overall energy. This like really, like, it really just gives like some kind of astrology insight, really, is all kind of what it's been doing. Oh, a lot of water. Pile 1 had water energy too. So moon, Cancer, which is interesting because Cancer is ruled by the moon, and the 12th house, which is Piscean energy. So you could have a prominent 12th house. You could have a lot of aspects to your moon, or you could have Cancer or Pisces in your birth chart. Prominent Cancer or Pisces. Or this person could have those traits also. Okay. What is the codependency? Is the codependency the conflict? Okay, I'll take that. What is the codependency the conflict? I'm wondering if the conflict is the fact that this person's codependent because we have this addiction energy. Maybe they're an addict. We've had this kind of overarching vibe of destiny throughout this whole reading, so that's not surprising, but I'm curious. I'm wondering, what's the context here? Pile 2 had those exact cards. Is that the magic card? Well, there's some kind of codependency, you know? There's like a codependent, almost addict, like, oh, and this is addiction for me. This is my card of addiction. At least in this deck, this is always my card of whatever you're addicted to, you know? Whatever it is. It also like rings as like food also, but it depends on the context, so. They go, oh, because the 12th house, yeah. They have like an emotional instability. They're a little emotionally unstable. And I think the conflict here is their codependency, is their addiction. I think that's what it is. I think they're a little delusional. They're a little delusional. Especially because that 12th house energy here, you know? The 12th house is, oh my god. Yeah. I think they're an addict. Like, I think they're like an addict, you know what I mean? Like, I think they're codependent. I think they have emotional instability. I think they're honestly a pretty difficult person to deal with and be around. And I think you are in this place of like trying to set boundaries, you know? I think you're trying to like kind of like distance yourself from this person because I think they're becoming like kind of hard to deal with. I think they're a difficult person to be around, honestly. I think they're really difficult for you to just like handle emotionally. I think for them it's an emotional instability, and I think for you it's like causing you like emotional distress. It's like very hidden, deep subconscious stuff. I think this person has like honestly just like a lot of emotional instability. I think they're really emotionally unstable. And I don't think it's that like you don't like this person. I think you do like this person. But I think their addiction is just becoming like, it's just kind of becoming like difficult to manage. It's becoming a problem in your relationship. Let me say it that way. Like their addiction is manifesting in a way where it's becoming a problem. It's becoming like something that you are feeling like you need space from. It's like you are so emotionally unstable. You are so like in your addiction right now that I feel like I need some space from you. I need to like we need to take some time right now. Pile fucking I think it was pile 1 got this card. I'm not taking it. Y'all give me something new. Okay, that one flew out. Sometimes God be yelling at me. For real. Can we talk about it? Can we talk about how disrespectful that is? Yeah, I hope y'all saw that shit flew out. I put that shit back in the deck. That shit flew out. God said no, bitch. I said what I said. Disrespectful. Disrespectful. That's mad rude. That water energy too. Water energy is very artistic. Libra energy is very artistic as well. So maybe they're an artist or you're an artist, or this person like, because we have like It's not that the energy between the two of you is negative. It actually isn't at all, really. I think there's just some kind of boundary that needs to be set here, because I think, again, I think their addiction, someone's addiction, I think someone's addiction is like, kind of like, has someone in a little bit of a chokehold, and it's really becoming like a problem for them. I think their addiction is something that you're aware of. I think their struggles are something that you're aware of. I don't think you are seeing them differently. I don't think that you are judging this person. But I think you are aware of it, right? I think when this person is emotional, I think when they're experiencing an emotional upset or emotional turbulence, they do turn to this thing, whether it be their addiction, their artistry, space, whatever it is. Like, not space as in, you know, the sky and NASA. I'm talking about space as in like distance. Like kind of like hermiting themselves, right? So, and maybe that's kind of the conflict here. Maybe part of the conflict is the fact that, you know, when this person experiences emotional instability, they tend to kind of go ghost and just work on their art and do their little addict thing. And maybe that creates some kind of conflict between you guys. I'm really unsure. You know, it could honestly kind of be whatever. So take it how it resonates. But I think the base message here is this someone here is pretty emotionally unstable. We have a lot of emotional energy here, in a very different way than pile one. I think pile one had a very stable energy, and I think this pile is pretty like unstable. I don't think this is a very stable presence. And I think, you know, correct me if I'm fucking wrong, but I feel like artists are just a little, I feel like in order to be an artist, you got to be like a little crazy. Like, maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm projecting. You know what? Y'all clock me in the comments. What's this person's like kind of next action? Like, what can we kind of expect to see from this person going forward? Yeah, see, emotional instability. This person's just very emotionally unstable. Oh my god. They're very emotionally unstable. I think when they hermit, you know, I think when they kind of get in their feelings, they get in their addict behavior, they get into, you know, their mood, whatever. I think they do hermit themselves. I think they get emotional. I think they retreat. I think they, not like go ghost. I think they just put a bit of space. You know, I'm putting some space between me and you or my loved ones or whatever, and I'm putting some space between me and people, because I, like, when I get emotional, I kind of like just need to be alone. You know, I need to be alone with my addiction. I need to be alone with my art. Like, I need to be alone with that stuff. I don't know if this person is actively working on their addiction. I'm not sure if they are. If they are, then, you know, they're kind of working on it, and this is how I deal with it. I deal with it with art. I deal with it with space. I deal with it with hermiting myself, whatever that means for them, right? It could be, you know, I need to go for like a car ride. I need to go for a drive. You know, I need to lock myself in my room. I need to listen to music. I need to draw. I need to paint. I need to watch fucking YouTube. You know what I mean? Like, whatever this person does in order to deal with these really intense feelings, I think they do. I think there's kind of this feeling of like being concerned, but I also think there's this feeling of needing distance, of needing to kind of separate yourself from this person, because I think it is overwhelming, especially like if they're really bad, like if they're someone who like has a lot of emotional instability and their addiction is really bad, like it's kind of overtaking their life. I think you do kind of feel like you need to take a step back from this person. But if it's not that bad, if it's just kind of like this person just like feels feelings, you know, deeply, and they like do what they, you know, they draw or they go for a little drive, you know, I think they kind of are just like taking a little bit of a break, you know, they're just taking some time away from you. And I think you kind of, you know, I think you are respecting that. And if you're not respecting that, then I think you should respect that, because I do think that this person, like, are they coming back? Are they coming back around? I feel like they are. I don't feel like this is a forever kind of space. I don't know. They might not. I don't know. Depends on the situation, really. What's I don't know, I guess like what's your advice, you know? Like what's your advice? How do you handle this? Because this is something that can be difficult. It can be a difficult kind of situation to navigate and understand, especially if you're maybe not a super emotional person. Like if you don't really understand like emotional instability, like it can be difficult for you to like relate to this person maybe, because maybe for you it's like, and I'm not saying that this is you, but for those of you who it does resonate for, maybe you are a stable person, you sit in more earthy logical energy, and so I just don't really get it when you like get upset over nothing. Like I just don't really understand. But I think, you know, how can you kind of help, you know, better like support this person kind of during this time, I guess, is my question. I think be stable for them, right? I need like, you know, I'm watery. I am a watery, emotional, sensitive presence. You know, I'm an artist. I'm a little codependent. You know what I mean? Like I'm just like, I need stability. I need stability. I need stability. I don't need someone who's gonna like, I need like a rock, you know, like I'm water. I'm water and I need a rock that I can throw myself against. You know, when the current comes, I need to be able to hit the rock, hit the wall, and not, and like be contained. Does that make any sense? I don't know if that analogy makes sense to you. I'm hoping it does. I'm hoping that you understood what you understand what I'm getting at. I'm hoping you comprehend. um but I need stability, and if they have like a lot on their plate, if they have a lot going on, maybe help take something off of their plate, maybe help like, you know, if they're feeling overwhelmed, like bitch, me too. If I'm overwhelmed, I will cry. I my fucking camera decided it wanted to stop filming. Maybe it got overheated. I don't fucking know. But anyway, I was almost done anyway, so whatever. Maybe take them away from whatever is overwhelming them. But I need you to be solid. You know, I need you to be a rock for me. I need you to be stable. I need you to be stable. I need you to, you know, I need you to stabilize me. I need you to stabilize me. I need you to be stable. I need you to you know, kind of keep me grounded in that way, you know. So that's how you can kind of help this person, you know, is kind of be there to support them, you know, be stable for them, but also give them their space if they're requesting that. So that's what I have for you, Bio 3. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.